We're live. Are we live? We're live. Are we live? Are we live?
Now we're live.
Now we're live. Welcome, everybody. It's Monday night. We're in the new studio, and my voice sounds amazing, Ryan, because of a week of being in Punta Cana, dancing with the natives, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you guys are quite the party animals.
Yeah, we had a good time. We had a really good time. So excited about tonight's show. We're in our studio, and we're going to get our wireless camera so we can get a bigger view. Get Brandon in here. Brandon, can you poke your head in here? There's Brandon's hand. There's Brandon's hand. But then we get the whole show going on here and different things like that. But got Colin Ross on. You're going to join us here in about 10 minutes. We're going to have Klint Tucker at the end of the show talk about Gordyville. It's pretty cool. When I got the Polar magazine, when I got home from Punta Cana, I opened up and you see Colin Ross, knowing we're going to have him on the show. Your Grand National Diesel Superstock champion. And he's also on the front page of the Polar magazine from Bowling Green, where they swept the whole thing, won the Case IH bonus. Gordyville's coming way faster than you think. It's already Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
I burped a little bit. I've been trying to train my voice all day, so I got this head cold.
Yeah, you've had all day to.
I've had this head cold thing going on, and
You do sound better than last night.
Oh man, this head cold's crazy. I'm not lying, but
so you don't sound like the guy on Sunday night.
But we're in our studio.
I know. I mean, it's,
I'm jacked about it. We're not in my wife's laundry room anymore. We're in a legitimate studio. My office. I finally got.
Sounds like we're like pushed in the corner. But
yeah. No,
your wife put you in the corner.
Nobody puts a baby in the corner.
Oh, okay.
So we're live on Facebook. If you want to chat with us, everybody knows how to do it. Send messages out there and different things like that. So looks like the people are starting to pick up a little bit. The viewers are. So be sure to share it with everybody that we're live on Facebook right now. So let's get this party. Yeah, big show tonight. Let's get this party started.
And we're back.
So
just like that.
Just like that. So welcome to Monday, November 21st. Let's go pull. My name is Jason Schultz. Got Ryan Zolik sitting next to me here. Brandon's our Facebook wizard's hiding over here in the corner because our camera isn't quite set up yet. We ordered the wireless webcam off Amazon tonight, so we're excited about that. But we're excited to be in the new studio. My voice is a little hoarse, but welcome to Wisconsin in the winter. It's going to happen.
Hey, at least it's now and not the week of Gordyville.
Exactly.
So get sick now, and then you'll be all rested up.
Get it out of the way. So at least we're not playing football tonight in Mexico City at 7,500 feet altitude.
Yes.
So it could be worse.
Yes.
Or we could get paid millions of dollars to play football. Let me think about this a little bit.
for one game.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So we're excited to do the Facebook Live. The Facebook Live show. We had really good luck with it 2 weeks ago, and then we went on vacation last week. Ryan, we're back with it this week, so it's our Thanksgiving show. We're gonna call Colin Ross here in a little bit. He's on the cover of the Polar magazine right here. Your Grand National Diesel Superstock champion. Him and his dad Jody, the triple.
Big honor for them. I mean, that family's been pulling in Superstock Diesel for a long time.
Yeah, I talked to him right before I went on vacation and asked him to come on the show, and he said absolutely. And I got to interview him and his dad at Bowling Green for the Miles Beyond 300 road shows, and then we would talk about having him come on the show, and then had it lined up before I went on vacation, and I had no idea they were going to be on the cover of the Polar magazine, and came home from vacations kind of going through the mail, and I always talk about how excited I am to get a Polar magazine in the mail, and it's like, hey, Colin's going to be on the show Monday night. This is awesome. So I tore off the cover and stuck it to the wall.
No, you have to say that you kind of pulled some strings with NTPA to get it to work out the show.
This is Jason Schultz, and if you could make this happen for me, I'd really
you got to act like you.
Yeah, hey, Greg Randall, this is Jason. If you could make that happen for me, I'd really appreciate that. So if you could send us comments on Facebook, Brandon will be watching along there for questions for Colin Ross as we talk to him, and then we'll wrap up the show with Klint Tucker towards the end of the show there. When Klint wanted to kind of focus on Thursday night, as we have Klint on each one of these Mondays, we're going to talk about Thursday, kind of add on as we go
maybe
there.
Each session, because he could pretty much almost do an hour of each session.
I know that's kind of what he wanted to do there. So, and that's see what go. You want to kind of check in, see where people are watching from a little bit.
Let's check this out.
We got all our celebrities are watching.
All our celebrities. Is Chuck in the house?
think he's there.
So it's
There's 3 others.
It was really nice in Punta Cana.
Anna Thomas, Ryan.
Anna Thomas.
Yeah, I had a great time. I was out in San Diego.
Jason Cluppy.
Pretty warm out
Cluppy's
there.
in the house tonight. Cool. So we thank everybody for watching. So we'll get a hold of Colin Ross here in a few minutes and talk to you about, if you want to know about the triple bypass tractor, Grand National Diesel Superstock Champion. That's the highest level of diesel pulling in the world. Well over 5,000 horsepower in that tractor. They had a heck of a good run with that tractor, and we got some video of it. We queued up a little bit, and maybe we could even tease them a little bit if you want to show them a quick video of it before we get Colin on the phone.
This was Saturday
night at Bowling Green. I took this from the stands. I was sober enough to take this video from the stands.
Just enough time.
Right,
that
it was over after this, but pull this video up here in a little bit. Saturday night. Now that was a Saturday night session that started at 9 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock or 6:30 when it was supposed to start because it rained. So they won, I'm pretty sure, Friday night, Saturday night, and then they won Sunday. And I think they got the Case IH money. We'll talk about that a little bit. So I'm gonna try to get Colin on the phone if you want to kind of keep talking, Ryan, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a busy week. We want to thank everyone a happy early Thanksgiving as well as everyone's preparing with their family adventures this week. And I know weather looks good for traveling. I think for the most part up here, no big snowstorms that I can think of for at least up here in the upper Midwest. And just glad to be back. It was kind of weird last Monday night not doing the show. I was on my way back from San Diego and. Just thinking about the upcoming week, I was excited. We're in our new studio here on the first floor, so we moved up from the basement.
Not a laundry room.
Yes. So we're moving up. We got some new features here with the Facebook Live, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that as we'll get him on the phone here. Nope, we'll get him plugged in here.
Hello.
Colin, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Colin, this is Jason Schultz. How are you, sir?
Good, Jason. How are you?
Good. And then Ryan Zolik is on here on the phone with you as well. So welcome to Let's Grow Polling Monday night, November 21st. And first of all, we're honored to have you on the phone with us here. And thanks for taking a few minutes out of your busy life to talk about being a Grand National Diesel Superstock Champion. How cool does that sound?
Oh, it's music to my ears. It's something me and my father and my whole family have worked a long time to get, and it's still can't believe we did it, but sure was a heck of an accomplishment.
Well, the first time I really ever got to officially meet you and your dad was at Bowling Green, and I actually took some videos of the tractor on your win on Saturday night. We put a video. I just showed the video of your winning pass on Saturday night up on the screen to kind of explain to show the fans. We talk diesel superstock tractors. That's the highest level of diesel tractor pulling in the world. Up to 4 turbos. Let the cubes run. It's let the big dogs eat. You know what I mean? That's what got it all started back in the day, and it continues to be the big dogs, if you will. And kudos. I have so much respect for diesel superstock pullers, Colin, because of the boost. And there's a reason. There's only really, honest to God, 15 really tough running diesel supers left in the country, if you know what I mean. And
absolutely.
It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of parts. It takes a lot of smarts to do it. So, can you kind of start from the beginning? We know we were reading in the Polar. Oh, that's what's really cool. I knew we were going to have you on the show. I was in Punta Cana last week on vacation. Came home, kind of was sitting at my desk going through all the magazines and your mail and stuff, and I'm like, holy cow, he's on the front cover of the Polar magazine. We're going to have him on the show Monday night. So I ripped off the front cover and I stuck you on my wall up here so everybody can see your picture as they're talking to you up here, sitting up here on the screen. So I thought that was really cool. But
yeah, it was definitely an honor when we opened that mailbox there last week and saw it in there. That was definitely pretty cool. Just cherry on top to a great season for sure.
Yeah. So I know that your dad, or you guys own a McCormick dealership, right?
Yes, sir. So I forget what year it was exactly, but sometime in the 60s, my great-grandfather started a business. We just sold some used stuff, went out to Ohio and up into Canada and sourced and bought used equipment, brought it back, fixed it up and sold it. My grandfather got into it, and then when my dad was 18, he kind of took the reins over and really got involved with it. And it's been there. We've grown from McCormick. We also sell an LS line, which is a compact series tractors. We sell hay equipment, Pecla, rakes, and various others of equipment like that. So it's a pretty established business within the Tri-County area, and it's a pretty household name. But it took a lot of hard work and a lot of time for my father to get that business up to where it's at. So it's just nice having a McCormick dealership, and also being one of the few McCormicks in the country to kind of still have that, farmall name on, is what you'd see on an aged farmall or something like that, but still out there getting it done.
No, it's awesome. Congratulations again on a great season, and for you guys to pull off a championship like that, it's just amazing. And can you remember your first memories of watching your dad go down the track?
Yeah, honestly, I can't remember a whole lot from the early years because I was born in '94, and he sold the old tractor in '98 to Mike Beck. So, I can barely remember anything from that. I do remember being at the farm show, but that's pretty. The only thing I can really remember of my dad pulling is I believe it was in '98. Jeff Justice was parked next to us in the White Lightning John Deere alcohol. And I do remember sitting on that tractor. So it's kind of sad. The only thing I remember from my dad's early days is sitting on a John Deere. But I just thought it was the coolest thing ever because Jeff was a really cool guy. And he was just, I got a picture and I just thought that was awesome. But that was the only thing I really remember from the early years of him pulling. But when he bought the tractor back off Mike Beck in '06 and we started in '07, just running some local stuff, that's kind of like where the memories kind of built. For me anyway, and we went into '06 and '07 and eventually blew the block out on the track in '07, and pretty much when we did that is when I really got involved with it because we got a New England frame, and then I was right in the early years of high school at that time, so I was able to be a part of it then. It wasn't just like my dad and his buddies, it was me and my dad and his buddies, and not just his buddies, it was us as a family. And definitely going out and running the Grand National Circuit since 2010 is just, it's been great for not only me, just from a personal level and meeting so many great people like Evan Lane and Rob Russell, but it's brought us closer as a family. I don't know if we would ever be as close as we are now without tractor pulling, because me and my father hate the beach, and my sister and my mom absolutely love it. So I don't know how much time we'd really spend together if it wasn't for tractor pulling, but it's definitely been a lot of memories that I've made over it, and I just couldn't imagine my life being without tractor pulling for sure.
No, and that's so true, because that's what brings my dad and I so close. And people always ask me why I love tractor pulling so much. It's because of my father, and when my parents got divorced, Colin, that's how I live in Wisconsin now, and my dad still lives in Iowa. And they got divorced when I was in middle school, and my dad bought his first tractor at that age. I was 14. How else do you get a 14-year-old kid to want to go see his dad every other weekend instead of staying back home and running around with his buddies and chasing girls? You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back and
absolutely.
And that's what tractor pulling means so much to me, and that's why, and it's grown into the passion I love so much today because of that, and that's all part of it. So to hear you talk that passionate about it makes me. Well, I'm not gonna start crying or anything like that, but it means a lot. It's good to hear you say that, and you hear so many people talk about that time with their family and their friends. It creates that bond that something you can never ever take away from somebody, and that's cool to hear. So cool. All right, so let's talk about 2016 a little bit. Did you guys, obviously you ramped up for this season and coming out like that, and you guys came out pretty strong at Toma right away with good starts, and then really you had that good, when did that, you had 5 or 6 in a row, when did that start? Because you had the 2 in a row right away at Bowling Green. So when did that, and then you...
So that really all kicked off, it was Brandenburg, Kentucky.
Okay.
It was on a Saturday night, and that was when that kind of run kicked off. It was on Saturday night, and Dad was on it, and it was good. And then we kind of went into that, and then we went on the Illinois run with Mount Sterling and Salem. Came back, tore the engine completely apart, put a new crank in it just to be safe for Bowling Green because we didn't want to have any trouble we just wanted to, we were good all year about maintenance and trying to get away from those little bugs that can harm you. So we just wanted to make sure everything was absolutely 100% perfect, because you had the 50th Bowling Green coming up, which that was a big deal, almost as big as a deal as a points race. So then we did that, went to Napoleon, won there, swept all the Bowling Green deal, and then Dad went to Hudsonville, won one night, and then got beat by Kent Payne. Great guy, deserved every bit of it by 4 inches. So it was a great run, and that was our last one of the season, was up in Hudsonville. We had some troubles out in Sandwich, Illinois, with some turbos and stuff like that. So, but it was just a great year. I mean, there's literally not 1 hour of a day goes by that I don't think about something we did this past year, and it still hasn't set in yet, but it's definitely a year to remember.
So what are the plans for 2017 then?
Well, I mean, I know we got a target on our back. I mean, that's pretty much, that's going to be the main thing heading into Louisville. But the one thing that I've been adamant on, and I finally got Dad on my side with it, is I really don't want to stand still. There's been a lot of people over the years, they win a championship and not really get lazy, but I can't think of a better word. They just think they need to sit back and, I'm number one. They need to chase me. Well, I know Steve Burge and I know Blake Grays, and them guys ain't dumb. I mean, they're going to sit there over the winter and they're going to make improvements, and and they should. And I just don't want to get lazy and think that we got the cat in the bag and everything's all good and great. So we're going to go back to the dyno here in a few weeks. We got some turbo ideas in the works we're trying to figure out, and not necessarily go and break the horsepower world record or anything like that. We just want to be efficient and make laps. That's one thing Esmond Lane has always beaten my head over the years is, if you want to win this points deal and you want to be serious about it, you got to make laps. You got to be there every single time for a pull off. If it's a 2-day hook, you got to make sure that you're there for that second hook. And we had a lot of just little bugs in the beginning of the season I thought could have been avoided. Toma, one day on the Sunday, we didn't get off the line. Chapel Hill, we didn't get off the line in the second session. So if the race was a little bit tighter, that could have made a big difference. But thankfully it wasn't. We had a big win streak there and definitely, separated us from first to second. But I just really want to pinpoint on just trying to be more efficient and just have a better program to where we're not worried about so many bugs and just try to eliminate all that. And that way we know when we go to a sled and we back in and we hook to it, that we have a pretty good shot that it's going to go down the track. We're not going to have some kind of mechanical issue hold us back.
Can you talk about your tractor a little bit, or I mean, I don't want you to give any secrets away, but is it a 3-charger tractor or is it a 4-charger tractor?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a 3-charger tractor. We've been 3-charger since 2010.
Okay.
We took a lot of grief over the whole 3 deal, but it's something me and my father, we thought that it can just be more efficient. And I mean, we have just been through so much trouble with it over the years, but it's really paid off, and a lot of adversity we went through to get to where we are now. It just makes all the trouble and the headaches, it makes it worth it when you have a year like we did. So it is 3 chargers, 540 cubic inch, running an English chassis. I mean, it's not so much different than all the tractors there. It's kind of the same setup, horsepower-wise and everything like that. But Travis Schlabach, he's also another 3-charger tractor in the class. Jeff Demers, he's another 3-charger in the class. So I think a lot of the 3-charger stuff is starting to come around. Kent Payne's another one. I hope it comes around more, because I truly do believe it is a better way to go. But that's really the only difference. It's just something different that we think we can be more efficient on, and just make more reliable than the old 4-charger setup, I guess.
Yeah, are you guys running 2-stage or is it 3-stage with the 3 chargers?
It's 2-stage with the 3-charger.
One's blown in. Okay, I got you. Perfect. All right, cool. What's up with the rules discussion that we're kind of starting to see with your class a little bit at the national level? Is any of that going to come to fruition, or is that just talk?
Well, I guess it depends on who you talk to. I mean, with me, I kind of think it's just a total crock of shit. But I mean, it's a super stock diesel. This is the open of the open. We have limited classes available for pullers. Like just what you guys run with your tractor, which is a great class, and it's a great competitive class. You have Super Farm. I mean, there's tons of limited classes out there that you can run. So when you signed up for this class, it's super stock diesel. That's the open of the open when we're talking about the valve cover-up, meaning all the turbos and everything like that, you can do whatever you want. Now, I know we got a limit on cubic inch, which that's every class has a limit on cubic inch. That's not a big deal, but I don't really see the need for it. I mean, I understand numbers are low. I 100% get that. I mean, but you also got to look, Mike Beck was out building a new tractor. We all knew Esmond Lane had cancer. He was out. That's, so there's 2 tractors going. John Raymond had some issues with some parts. He was going all season. So if you have 7 or 6 tractors at a show and you have 3 or 4 more, you got 10 tractors at a show. I think that's a pretty good show because you get 10 good tractors there. It's not going to be like a pro stock or a super stock class. It takes, sometimes an hour and a half to run with 30 tractors when we all know there's only 10 there. It's probably going to win in most cases. So, I mean, I just think we've had a bad couple of years with the super stock diesel class, but I also think that there's a bunch of classes that went through this. So, I mean, I really don't think it's an issue we need to jump on yet. I just think we just need to let it play out and go another season. Do I think we need to do something to bring the super stock diesel class more appealing to people? Absolutely. But, I mean, that's just something I guess NTPA or PPL is going to have to decide on. But I don't really understand the whole restriction deal. I'm 100% not on board with it. But that's just me. So
I agree with you 100%. There's only one place where there's true super stock diesels in the country, and it's with the NTPA. I mean, the Outlaws don't have them. The Outlaws don't have them. Well, I mean, I guess the Outlaws have them, but they don't. I mean, I figure Matt Goodwin runs as hard as they do. Ulmer's do, but I know that I see Doug's trying to do some different things to keep his numbers up in there. But the best of the best diesel super stocks in the country run with the NTPA Grand National. The PPL doesn't have a Grand National. They don't have the diesel super stock class, so there's nothing to compare to. And I like how you said it. This is super stock. You know what you signed up for. That's why I didn't build a pro stock. That's why I built a limited pro. You know what I mean? When I did my tractor.
Right, absolutely. Which that limited pro and the light pro to me is probably one of the best and fastest upgrowing classes because it's so competitive and there's so many good running tractors and they can make anywhere between 2,000 and 2,500 horse, which is awesome horsepower for a show. And I mean, to me, it's a great class. And if you want restrictions, then that's where I would go because I think you could have more fun in that than trying to restrict a 35 to 4,000 horsepower diesel super. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, at the same time too, and I feel that you shouldn't get to see pro stocks or super stock diesels at every single pole in the world. There needs to be that these are the best. This is Toma. This is Chapel Hill. These are the best of the best. Because I think there are so many polls that you can go to now anymore that I think we're watering it down a little bit, and to the average fan that they don't realize that no, there's stuff even bigger than this out there yet, guys. There's super stock diesels, there's multi-turbochargers, there's 5-engine modifieds, and until they see it in person, until they see it like at a Bowling Green or a Chapel Hill, or a Hamburg or a Hillsboro, or these big time pulls, these 20 or 25, I call them, the top levels of the pulling world. They're not a regional level pull, and I'm not ripping on it because I don't pull at that level either. I just say it as that level. You shouldn't be able to see that everywhere you go, and that's just how that's how I feel with all that. I don't want to see them neuter the super stock diesel class either, but I also don't want to see it go away either, and I don't want to see you guys give up on it. And that's why I say I respect every diesel super stock puller out there for continuing to get after it, and that's why I'm glad to see. I'm happy to see the 3 charger setups working. You know what I mean? What are the boost numbers like on a 3 charger tractor compared to a 4 charger tractor? I mean, are you putting less?
It's pretty much the same. It's between 275 to 300.
It is okay.
Yeah, it's A&M tractors running up front are pretty much going to be rubbing 300 pounds of boost, anywhere between 275 to 300. There's not much changes on that, but it's pretty much just flow is what we were going for. With that 4 charger deal, to what we were looking at is, that's one more orifice that the air has to go through. And when I say orifice, I'm talking about a turbo with the middle turbo that we don't have. So with us, we have more room under the hood because we don't have another turbo in there. We can run bigger piping. We can speed the air up quicker. We found a way to slow the chargers down. Before, we were always hurting chargers because we had to spin them so much faster because we didn't have that middle one in there taking some of the work out of what the bottom one had to do. So it's just a different idea. I'm not by all means saying the 4 Charger is not a way to go, because I think it is still a great idea, and it can still be very competitive, just like the 3. It's just the 3 is something different, and we want to be different. If we wanted to be like everyone else, we could have built a 4 Charger and been follow the leader and been like everybody else. But we wanted to do something different. A 3 Charger hasn't won a Grand National title since 1993 when Rob Russell did it. So that's pretty much just what we wanted to do. We just want to be a little bit different. That's all.
Miles Kriegers wants to know when you're going to let Lily drive.
Well, there's something in the works for that. She's very eager. I know the whole family is excited for that to happen. We got some stuff set up next year that she'll be driving. But just tell Miles to chill out. He'll be the second one to know.
Miles will know now. Miles will be the second one to know. That's perfect. Hey, one of their questions is, where's your favorite place to pull, Colin?
Well, it's pretty much between. Probably it'd have to be just if I'm just going to a tractor pull, probably just Chapel Hill. But I would say my favorite tractor pull would probably be.
That's Esden Lanes.
My favorite tractor pull would have to be Bowling Green, just because you can go there and not do very good, but also have a great time. Which I don't know how many places you can go and pull at where you can do really bad, but still have a good time because it's a big party. But I just say Chapel Hill because of the hospitality. Chris Gilbert does a fantastic job with all those orange shirts down there, and it's a long drive from home, but it's definitely worth every mile going down there and pull.
Cool. Hey, tell me about Louisville, because I'm hoping like hell that I get a letter in the mail one of these days saying that we got invited. I came home tonight from work, and I'm like, Sarah, did we get the mail today? And she's like, no, it didn't come yet. And I'm like, because with the 4-1s being the first year, I'm pretty jacked about it. And I hope like hell we have a chance, and I know you guys will be in. Tell me about Louisville. I don't know. Here's what I'm excited about. I mean, I've been watching. I go to Louisville every year and see all you guys stand on the track. And Lee Greenwood plays "God Bless America," and I get goosebumps every time, Colin. I'm telling you, dude, it's amazing. But tell me about Louisville. What makes Louisville what makes it so special?
So to me, why I love Louisville is because it's kind of like the Super Bowl of tractor pulling. Besides Bowling Green, I'm not counting any outdoor pull with Louisville. It's just, for me, it's the history there, and then whether it's pro stock or super stock diesel, whatever, there's been so many, anybody that was anybody has pulled there. And then, when you back in the sled and you're looking down through there, and it's just, it kind of hits you. It's like, wow, like it's kind of a big deal there. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's probably one of my favorite pulls, just because it's, there's no points, no nothing. It's just a straight out pull, and it's a good time. And Mike Witt does a great job down there with it, and he has a tough time. There's a lot of people on his back all the time, but he does a great job, I think, with it. And I like some of the changes they made with the classes this year. I've always thought that we should have a limited pro or a light pro class in there. I think that's great that they put that in. I've always thought that the Diesel Super should be on Friday night because I think it's one of the best shows with the pro stocks. So I think Louisville will be a good year this year. They've had a couple tough years in the past, couple years actually. So I'm hoping it'll be a good year, and the limited pros really step the game up, and it'll just overall be a good show. But I think you'll definitely get a letter in the mail, and I hope you do, and I hope I can see you down there.
What's the difference between like the National Farm Machinery Show setup versus a Cloverdale setup for you? Like that's a 320-foot track at Cloverdale for you guys versus like a 245 track for you.
Mm-hmm. So honestly, we don't even think about the track length. We just set it up to where we go out and read the track. We know where the weight needs to be on the tractor. We always, there's always that Louisville gear, which really didn't change a lot from where we were at Louisville to where we were outside. But I'd say the one tip, if you could have any tips going down there, just don't worry about that short distance. Just drive it like you normally drive it on a real good track, because it's always a good track down there. And just don't be worried about that short distance. Just act like it's a 300-foot track, and just go from there. But we've never really seen a big difference to where the shorter track has really made any kind of disadvantage or anything like that for our setup or anything. But that's just something we did. Now you talk to another guy, he might be completely different, but that's just my opinion on that.
That's fine. How many cans of ether does it take to start triple bypass?
Like one shot, if that, and that's it. And tractor doesn't like ether. I mean,
Really?
it's a very smooth running, idling tractor. You give it one little shot of ether just to get it up through its, when you first start it and get it running on ether, then you're good to go. And it doesn't really like ether, at all. I know a lot of guys, they sit there with 2 to 3 cans and spray it in there, but our tractor just really doesn't like ether at all.
How many gallons of water do you burn in a pass?
About 4 gallons.
Okay. I'm just trying to break it down for the average fan listening that they don't realize how much water goes into a diesel super. That's awesome.
Yeah, about 4 gallons of water and about 2 to 2.5 gallons of fuel, somewhere around in there.
Wow.
240 feet.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, what else do you want to talk about before we let you go, bud? Colin, do we lose you?
What's that?
What else do you want to talk about before we let you go? Sponsors?
No, I just like to, just thank everybody that was a part of, of what we did this year. Especially my mom and dad. This is 100% my dad's deal, and I'm just lucky enough to work on it and drive it. And it was just a great year. Just to be a part of NTPA. It's such a great organization. It's so ran so professionally, and Larry Richline and Greg Randall and Dave Schreier do such a great job with it, and it's truly an honor to be a part of it. And just I really hope we can go out in February and continue what we can be doing, but I know that's pretty hard. I can't remember the last time someone has won Louisville back-to-back in the Superstock diesel class. I think it'd probably have to be Esmond Lane, because he's won down there like 20 times, so I'm sure he's probably done it in his lifetime. But
right.
It's something I want to do. I'm going to be driving down there this year, since Dad, he drove down there and won last year, so that's the one place that I haven't won and I just really want to win really, really bad. I want one of them black jackets so bad I can taste it. And it doesn't help I get Colin Cope yelling at me in my ear, letting me know that he has a black jacket and I don't. So I'm going to need to get one of them one of these days, I guess.
What, in comparison, how much water does the Remedy use?
Yeah, the Remedy only uses about a quart.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Hey, Colin, you've been a great guest, buddy, and you're a good dude. That's why I was glad to have you on the show. And like I said, we hope to. I'll be down at Louisville regardless, helping Miles with their road shows, and we'll have you on the show anyway down there regardless. But hopefully the Remedy's down there, and we're representing the Beer Money Pulling Team Thursday night in the limited pro class, and we'll find. Hopefully we'll be. I don't know, when do you? We usually find out around Thanksgiving. That's kind of what everybody always says, right? Is that what everybody I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I always saw it was like right around 1st of December.
Okay.
Is whenever you kind of really got your. That's what I always remember. But just go home, quit checking your mailbox. It'll drive you crazy, because I've been there. Go home, crack a beer open, just relax, and it'll be fine. But I'm sure you'll be in there.
I'm kind of like that
kid.
there,
I can't.
I'm kind of like that kid at the candy store, Colin.
No, you'll love it. I can't wait to see you down there. If you guys are pulling Thursday night, I wouldn't plan on leaving until Thursday night, but I guess I'm going to have to leave Thursday afternoon to catch you guys then.
That'd be cool.
I'll have to make a change in my schedule for sure.
Well, and I'm glad they moved the Diesel Supers to Friday, because I always felt like that was a waste. I really did.
I couldn't agree with you more. I don't know why you'd want to have one of the most watched. Two of the most watched classes, a pro and a super on a Wednesday night, when that definitely needs to be on Friday night, in my opinion. Anyway.
I guess, yeah, I want to try to get fans there on Wednesday night, but you just can't. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. They're not gonna.
No, absolutely not. I totally agree with you.
It just doesn't work. So, well, hey, tell your dad hi, and I can't wait to see you in February. And thanks for all your time, bud.
All right, thank you, Jason. I'll see you guys down there. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Colin. Take care.
Yep, thank you.
Bye. All right, everybody, that was Colin Ross, the triple bypass, Grand National Diesel Superstock champion of the NTPA, him and his dad, Jody. And I got a chance to talk to them and meet them and talk to them at Bowling Green, Ohio for the first time ever. And Colin is legit and genuine as a person as they come. And that was as nice as he was on the phone night, that's him in real life. And his dad has raised a fine young man, and that's him. It's simple as that. That's no show. And
No,
that's why
yeah, I gotta-
he's that good of a guy. So and he's just a fine young man. So wow, that was a good interview.
Yeah, I got to listen to him. Miles was interviewing him up in Toma, and I was walking by, and they happened to be there with his family, and he did a great job of. This was before he got moved into the actual staging area like he did for Saturday, and but he did a great job there, and just an awesome guy to talk to. If you're ever at an NTPA poll where they're at, just go up and they love chatting with people, and just like all the other pollers do, and.
Yep. I'm trying to bring up the Gordyville website so we get start talking. Get ready for Klint here.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're prepared for him.
Well, yeah. Well, because Clint's never. Sometimes he's short of things to say.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd hate not to have something to say when Clint's on the phone. Click on the poster. Where's it bring up the class? There's the details for the event.
Yes. Class schedule.
Man, my voice is terrible. I sound like I sound like that one guy, that crazy guy. So.
They have enough already. the list.
Yeah, that's some of the classes.
Yep, they actually have competitors already signed up.
10,000 pound pro farm, 85 limited pro stock, 30.
Oh, I mean, look at that. Well, it's not quite, but it's
Okay.
getting there. There's probably because it's not.
So 85 limited pro. That's the 466 class with the 24.5s.
Yeah, so it's basically like a hot farm class.
Tony McMullen's tractor is my first Poland tractor ever. Click on it. That's a bad influence. So that was my first Poland tractor ever, and that was mine's. It was obviously just an 8,500 pound, 10 mile an hour Poland tractor back in the day.
Well, yeah, I would assume you didn't have the roll cage.
I did not have a roll cage on it, so. But that was my first Poland tractor ever. So I remember telling to Tony.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yep.
And I believe like some of the Badger State guys normally jump in. Is it with
They
this
won't.
class,
They
or-
won't.
yeah.
They jump in the 9,000 super farm.
Yeah,
9,000 super farm.
So the 9,500
95 hot farm will be a lot of our guys.
Yes. Yep.
From the Badger
So,
State.
yeah, there'll be a majority there. There's already a big class there, and then 9,000 pro farm, or
Yep.
9,500 pro farm.
That will be like a lot of guys from the Western Series.
Yep.
That Clint's group down there, and then like we'll see some guys from Wisconsin go down there. I'm sure Vern will be in there.
Chris Ashelman.
Yep. Burns already.
Chris
He's
Ashelman's
number
there.
5 already.
Yep.
In the polling order.
Leighton Rooney.
Yeah, Brandon got a lot of
Yep.
photographs of
So-
these guys this
And
summer.
these are capped off at 3,000
Okay.
RPM.
Yep.
I believe this is what Jason Kleppe won.
Yes.
Down there. So I mean, just like they already have 4 classes, and there's probably
And that
already
place-
70.
and that place will be
folks
full Thursday night.
already, and we're only in end of November.
Yep.
So
And that place will be full Thursday night
Yeah.
too. And that's what's good about it. That's crazy how it all goes. So, good stuff. How do we know the states like we did last week?
That's fine.
It's
it's only been a week, and I already forgot.
It's like
where
we don't know
at.
what we're doing.
Yeah. I
Insights.
thought it was. I didn't change anywhere, but they like seem like they already changed their. Where people go back here. Oh, right here, top location. So I think.
So
we were
Wisconsin's
looking at-
number 1.
Yes.
Ohio's number 2 tonight. Iowa's number 3. Pennsylvania's number 4. Good. We got Pennsylvania number 4.
Who's number 1? Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's number 1
We're
tonight.
at 14%.
Yeah. Woo woo.
It's a majority right now.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I
So
like it.
Upper Midwest, and then we got Kentucky. So
Yeah. In the house tonight. Good stuff. All right. Let's get Tucker on the phone.
sure.
He says he's ready.
Perfect timing.
He texted and everything.
So yeah, I'll switch over, and then my mic he'll take over for me. So that's how it goes.
Was that one
That's
you
how
don't
it
bring on?
goes. Yeah.
You interview him tonight.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to switch mics, but I suppose you should save your voice. So if you get important calls tomorrow,
Like for my job?
yeah, for your job.
That'd be weird, huh?
Yeah.
There.
Sorry,
It's-
can't talk today.
It's ringing. You want this mic then?
Hello.
Hey, Clint, how's it going?
Oh, we're making her.
Tell me not letting me talk.
Oh no, Jason's already kicked off. Can you hear? Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Nope. Yeah, Jason already lost his voice. I don't know if you know he was sick. He's partying too hard down in Punta Cana. This is what I come back to. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're here? Okay. So what's Clint up to tonight? I'm pretty sure you've probably been busy. It looks like we were just on the website. A lot of entries already for Thursday night with those big classes.
Yeah, we got a bale of mail, and we was going over the weekend to the PPO Western Series banquet, and I got back and the mailbox is full. So we got most of them put in tonight. Took a little break here and come out and talk to you two boys.
Well, that's good. Glad to have you along. I mean, it's already coming up pretty fast as we had Thanksgiving week here, and just a few short weeks away.
Oh, yeah. And now that a lot of guys are getting out of the field and getting a hold of their engine builders and getting permission from their wives, now they're all the paperwork's coming in, and we're probably going to have just about the biggest show we've ever had before. We're going to have to probably start limiting numbers in a couple classes. Our tonight, Jason and I kind of talked about we're talking about Thursday night this week,
yep.
And got to spend a lot of time with some 85 Limited Pro guys and the Pro Farm guys from the Western Series this weekend, and there's more of them trying to get their stuff together. And I would say this weekend we're going to sit down and we're going to split the 85 Limited Pro class into probably an A and a B deal. We kind of knew this was going to happen. We normally ran 5 classes on Thursday night because that's one of the sessions we don't have any finals in. But we moved the farm stock class to Saturday, and I think that worked out better for those guys on some traveling. And that way we could go ahead and split the 85 Limited Pro because there's so many of those tractors in the United States now. I think it's going to work out good. But
yeah, it's kind of crazy just in a couple weeks, just looking at your the list of pullers already. I mean, the amount of because there's a lot of white space if you went to the website and was looking at who is already signed up, and now when you go through, it's that list has grown probably at least 50 to 60% in just a couple weeks here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I said, a lot of guys have called and doing verbal commitments, and we'll probably start massaging the numbers a little bit more this weekend. And we encourage everybody, if you want to come, please get your stuff in our hands here by December 1st, because Brian Lively put together a really nice program. We like to have our program as accurate as it can be, and even if it's just a verbal, we'll get you on the list. So our program will be accurate because we like things to be as close as they can. But
yeah, and it definitely is that's a definitely big hit for the fans. They keep that, and they keep track themselves. Writing down distances. You always have those diehard fans there, and so I know they really enjoy that when they don't have to jump around or improvise on the spot.
Right. Well, like I said, we're the only indoor poll that doesn't have a deadline.
Yeah.
And we probably should. We should eventually, but we understand all aspects of the game, and hopefully we'll be probably 9% accurate here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I was just counting down for that 85 Limited Pro. You're already at 30, so
we gave them a goal of 32 to 36. Is what we gave the guys a goal to, and to go ahead and split them, and they're going to get there.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to get there, and we haven't got any tractors from out east yet, and I know there's 2 or 3 of them thinking about it. So,
but yeah, just looking down through the 4 classes that you have listed, I mean, you're over 10 at least in all the classes. So just and that's just your Thursday night session alone. So
yeah,
I mean, you'll probably be closer to 20 at average of 20 for those 4, on top of the Limited Pro.
Right. Yeah, I put my computer up open here now, and the hot farm class, it's getting very close to 20, and I know there's 2 or 3 guys trying to get their ducks in a row, and then the big pro farm class, the 466 pro farm class, and now we're talking about the 9500 pro farm class. The
regretfully, we had a little bad news last week. We lost Daryl Stahl last week. He lost his battle with cancer, but his name's still on the list, and his team was very adamant to tell me to keep his name on the list. Monty Calcott will be driving the tractor that night, but Daryl's name will remain on the list and will remain in the program, and Monty's going to drive it in memory of Daryl that night.
Sure, yeah,
and I think that's a pretty special deal. Yeah. And you know, in our raffle, Justin Stuckenschneider and I already talked this weekend. There'll be 2 toys in the raffle now.
Oh, okay.
It'll be Daryl's tractor and Drew Rice's tractor. So that adds a little bit to the raffle. It's gonna be a very emotional weekend, you know, without Daryl around. He's been there since day one, and tractors won the poll. We went ahead and added Daryl's tractor to the shirts this year, and Jason Schultz. I'll tell you, you made the shirt too. There, hot dog.
Well, I'll have to break the big news for him. He actually stepped out of the room, I think, to take his cough syrup, which isn't your normal cough syrup.
What's that?
Which isn't your normal cough syrup, I can tell you that.
Right.
So if you want to say anything about Jason, right now is the best time to do it. Oh, shoot, he was listening in the other room.
Tucker, I love you, buddy.
It sounds like you was on the beach too long last week or something.
Well, I think he's doing more than that.
I met this guy who had this stuff, you know what I'm saying?
On the plane. But if maybe you want to run down the class list for Thursday night here for everyone listening and watching online, and just give them a heads up of what they can expect for the Thursday night session that kicks off Gordyville 2017.
Well, basically the way we'll run Thursday night is we'll start out with our 9500 Pro Farm. They're the first guys out of the gun. Then we'll probably run half of our 85 Limited Pros. And then we'll probably come back with the 9500 Hot Farm. And then we'll run the second half of the 85 Limited Pros, and we'll finish up with the 10 Pro Farm. Will be our little Thursday night starter session.
Yeah. Well, I think it's definitely a prelude of what you're going to get all weekend, and what you come to expect at Gordyville is the large numbers and just a diverse a group of pullers that come, and they may not normally get a pull against each other, but this is the place where they get to and just see what setups work and what don't as these different organizations come together. Right.
Well, the science to it all is you gotta stay in close communication with guys with dynos like Cart Boys and Kevin Ingle King, Brian Scott, and Adrian Cox, the guys that do the dyno work for all these different organizations and different tractors, different rules and horsepower wise. But their figures that they give me are very accurate, and then you just relay that back to the sled guys, and we blend them the best we can.
Yeah, no. I think what makes it so special at Gordyville is even though you have all these different setups, for the most part, all the tractors are pretty evenly close with each other, and you really get a great show despite all the different setups, and it just makes it really great to see.
Well, each class, let's take like the 85 Limited Pros. They're a 1,250 to 1,350 horsepower class, and most of them pretty well streamlined, between the ITPA, PPO West, and Excalibur and Outlaws. But they get to the horsepower, basically about the same horsepower range, they just kind of do a little bit different. And that's the same way with the 10 Pro Farm and the 9,500 Pro Farm and the 9,500 Hot Farm. They make pretty close to the same horsepower. They just different groups kind of do it a different way, and just concentrating on that has been kind of a key to success. But I know Kevin and Brandon and Dustin get tired of calling every year and harassing them a little bit, but that information is what is key to the success of that event, and it's always been that way since day one.
Yeah, I mean that's it's just great to see. Like we've talked about, I think, for the past couple weeks, is to get to see all these different organizations come together. You always have those rules, issues that come up with certain classes, but that's what makes it
sure.
great, and the compromise that comes together, and the different things that you guys are willing to try.
Oh yeah. We've had a couple deals that didn't work, but we've been pretty lucky, and most of them have, especially on the 466 classes. I mean, especially the limited 3-inch turbo, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much fuel you can push through it. There's only so much you can do, and I really think that this year on Thursday night, I was really nervous because switching out the 4.1s to the 85, I was really nervous about that this year, but it's going to work out. I really do. I think because the 4.1 class has just exploded. Last year we were 18, 19, 20, somewhere right in there, and this year we're going to be, oh my Lord,
It'll probably be almost double that.
Well, yeah, because I don't know how many guys, I don't know how many of my buddies have called me up in the last 2 or 3 days, and it's like, hey, have you seen the Louisville list? I said, no, not yet. Well, if I get in down there, I'm going to come see you. And I said, well, should come see me anyway, but whatever, But I would say our numbers in the 4.1 class on Friday night, we're probably still about 10 short.
Okay.
Just off the top of my head. So we'll have to do the same thing with the 4.1 class on Friday night. We'll probably split it in half and split teammates and tractors of color and guys in the same group. Cause we don't want guys to eliminate each other. But a lot of guys are still out there harvesting. A lot of guys are out there still, farming. And Thanksgiving is basically the day that guys start thinking about it. And you can tell our ticket sales are starting to go up now, and people are thinking about the event.
Yeah, I mean, if early Christmas present right there. So get your Black Friday shopping done.
But the cool thing about Thursday night is a lot of guys get there early. We do that test pass session on Wednesday, and if you're in it on Thursday and you make the finals, you pretty much get to keep that tractor inside the whole weekend. You don't have to do that horrible put it back on the trailer stuff.
Yeah, especially if it's that 30, 40 below, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Let's hope not, but you just never know.
I always said back when I was a kid and I was helping my buddies in the Pro Stocks, the most lonely place in the world is the pit area right outside Broadbent Arena in Louisville. So that's a pretty lonely place out there. Yes, whenever your buddies you're inside and you're having to load up. Yeah. And a lot of guys have spent a lot of money, so they don't have to do that.
Yes.
Everybody likes loading up after Saturday night, and nobody likes loading up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
No. Especially, with some of the distances that they've traveled, and maybe some snowstorms or ice storms to get down there to pull. So. Exactly.
But I'm glad you guys are doing this with me every week, and it helps me to get a hold of people and remind them. And if guys are on the fence and wanting to come, this is our time. I'm here every night, and I'm working on videos that you and I and all the rest of the crew have shot, and trying to get them kind of our year-end sets together this time of year. And so we're right here. The phones, the phone lines are open. A while ago, I had 3 phones ringing at once, and I had one of the Gordyville guys actually here. His phone was ringing, my cell phone was ringing, and the house phone was ringing, and it was all 3 pullers with the same story. I just got done farming. I just got a hold of my engine guy, and we're just going to get our parts. We're going to make it. Make sure you hold us a spot. And
awesome.
That's what we're doing.
Hey, Clint, Bryce Howell commented on Facebook, don't forget about us light pro guys, so he needs a hug.
Yeah.
You give him a shout out right now on the radio.
I just talked to his brother the other night. There last night, yeah.
I was just checking the Facebook comments. So the big blue monster's coming. It's all shined up.
Yeah, the big blue monster's coming.
Yep.
haven't jotted his number yet because he ain't sent his paperwork in.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
he's a procrastinator like everybody else.
Yeah, well, his wife does all the hard work for him, so.
But yeah, and the Light Pro guys as well. They
put on a heck of a show.
Well, I tell you what, when I got in today that I processed, I really special is Adam Beal's crew is bringing their tractor back out, and that's super cool to have it
that'll be nice
return to an event. And that was the last event Adam got to drive at.
Yes, I mean, like you're talking about, it's going to be very special with, unfortunately, it seems like, every year we're doing something, what you guys do for these families that take a tough loss, especially seems like right before Gordyville, or even if it's mid-season and coming up for the following Gordyville. It's just amazing to see the community of the polling world come together, and the amount of money that they raise for these families to help them get through, and just try and help them out as much as possible.
Exactly.
Even if it's mid-season.
Well, another Light Pro tractor that I really hope makes it. Talked to Carlton Cope the other day and harassed him about bringing his pro stock out, and he said he's planning on it, but he really wants to get this Light Pro done. And the first Massey Light Pro in there, that, especially with Carlton tuning it, that will be neat.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch.
We were talking to Colin Ross, and he said Carlton Cope has been poking him about getting a black jacket at Louisville. So it was kind of funny that you brought his name up.
Yeah, Carlton's good stuff, and he I know he's trying. And I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he goes, "The thing's in a bazillion pieces, but he's going to try to get it there because he said I want to debut it there because I think he's going to open up some eyes."
Well, I know 2 years ago, people paid like an extra $1,000 to let him into the final Saturday night, and all the pro stock guys were like, "Whoa! We dodged one bullet. We don't need to let that. We don't need to let the war back in again Saturday night."
And you know what? From that occurring, that is what's kind of spurred us to do what we're doing this year with, letting them run twice. Everybody gets to run twice, and then doing the team effort, and it's probably going to be about another $5,000 carrot for the team of 5 tractors that goes the farthest over the 2 nights. And I know our pro stock numbers look a little short, but talked to Randy Bro tonight. He's coming. He's trying to get a team of 5 together. He's trying to get hold of some Badger State guys to jump on board with him and get their 5. Talked to Tim Shipley last week. He's trying to get the tractors together.
He's got his own 5. Let's be honest.
And talked to Robbie Snitker last night, and they got done farming, and he was just working ground and kind of relaxed a little bit. And I think they're going to try to put a team of 5 together, which that'll be the first time any of the Snitker clan have come up here and spun their tires on our little black dirt track. So that'll be kind of cool.
The pro stock class does seem to be like the last minute class where people decide to come. So
if anybody has a question for Klint Tucker, if anybody has a question for Gordyville about Gordyville or for Klint Tucker, we got a few minutes left before we let Klint get back to his real job. We like to screw around with him a little bit every Monday night and promote his event. We think it's one of the best events all year round. It's one of our favorite events to go to. But please put a comment on our Facebook page on our live feed, and we'll be sure to let Klint answer that before back to business. Now, Klint, sorry, that was a public service announcement.
Thank you. I will say this: we had a first time ever occurrence. We actually sold a pretty good block of tickets to a bunch of fans from Germany.
Nice. And
they're making the trek over, so you Badger State guys might have some drinking competition in the pit area.
I've been told that German beer is a little stronger alcohol than Busch Light.
Well, I don't think it takes much to beat alcohol content in Busch Light.
I'm bringing my best people with me, Klint. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, all right. I just want to see you guys get out, man.
You better triple stock up.
We're bringing the shuttle bus in case things get rough. That's all I'm going to say. I'll get them back to the hotel.
Well, hopefully this year we won't get any ice and snow. You won't have to rescue anybody on your way back to the hotel.
Well, they do keep a on-staff medical doctor with them.
The third grade science teacher, a.k.a. doctor, is coming with us again. That was funny.
But I think everybody's looking forward to it. We're working on our end of it right now, trying to get things organized, because it takes literally about 10 days to get everything drug over there and put the show together. And we found out, unfortunately, last week that they kind of threw us to their curve, and they got some form of a horse show on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which that's going to shorten our prep time another day. So we're telling everybody right now that's coming in for test passes on Wednesday, we love to see around noon. Normally we told them 8 o'clock in the morning. Now we'll probably need till about noon to 1 o'clock before we can start letting guys in the building, because we'll be ready by then. But
are you having any vehicles come down that normally aren't pulling? Because you had a couple two-wheel drive trucks. I think Nelson's, didn't they do some test passes on Wednesday night?
I think none of them have called me this year. But we're all waiting on that Louisville list. Mike Witt is the king of drama. That thing would.
I go to the mailbox every day, Tucker. I go to the mailbox every day, and I'm like, I came running home tonight because I was actually going to open the envelope live on the air.
I would say next Monday you'll probably be able to do that.
Right. Send him an invite to Gordyville. You'll think it's Louisville.
Clint, did you have your What's Smoking binder at Louisville ever? Your super.
I had it there 1 year.
Okay, I think I remember that.
We got out mid-season, and because it was cute, I think he felt bad for me. I think he let me in, but we didn't let him down. We got a top 4 both sessions. He let us pull. So it was there once. Then Stewart took it back down there and let John Burton drive it and had a Pro Stock engine in it 1 year too. And then we got lucky enough we got it in the finals too. So that little chassis like that little Freedom Hall building. it got down the track. But we went there once, and I told all the 4-1 guys there this weekend at a PPL banquet. I was like, it's really neat. Everybody needs to do it once. It's a really neat experience.
Hey, when's your Western Series banquet?
It was last. It was last Saturday.
Oh, okay.
We had it at Council Bluffs. We had a nice crowd. We got a lot of things accomplished, and we're marching forward. We really got too big a schedule, but we're going to try to get things a little more organized. We're going to be going to Minnesota this year, and where Steve and Mike Bowsman are from. We're going to be pulling up there. And
are you going to Worthington, Minnesota?
Yep, we're going to Worthington, Minnesota.
Nice.
And
will
that'll be the
able to find Worthington, Minnesota for the Western Series?
Dude, it's right on. It's super easy to find.
We're gonna pull their Wednesday night, then we're gonna drive Thursday to the King Don Salamas pull on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, so they'll make a big loop.
It'll be a big swing.
Yeah.
That interstate will be hot with haulers going to Don's deal.
Just make sure you're out of South Dakota, like Jason here.
Yeah. Well, if you're not careful, I can tell you a quick little story, Clint. I went out to announce for Live a Little Productions and those guys, Skylar Niebar, and on my way home, and I stopped at Belsman's on the way out, but on the way home, I was 40 miles into Minnesota before I realized it, because the Minnesota State Trooper pulled me over. He goes, "Do you know how fast you were going?" I said, "Yeah, I was going 84. And he goes, "Well, do you know the speed limit?" I said, "Yeah, it's 80. He goes, "No, that's in South Dakota. I'm a Minnesota State Trooper." And I said, well, let's do the math. That's really only 20 minutes worth of driving. He didn't think that was that funny. So
they slow you down a little bit there.
Yeah, from 80 to 70. I was like, what's the big deal? So, dude, that is the boringest drive, South Dakota into Minnesota. It's just 4 lanes and you're just rolling. And I was sober as a judge, honest to God.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's always a positive.
I was all by myself. It's like if it had been me and the guys, there would have been 4 or 5 cases of Busch Light, and we've been listening to Vanilla Ice or Garth Brooks or something. So right. I just tell stories. So Clint, I'm gonna let you go before I get in trouble and record this. So,
all right, guys, I really appreciate it. Look forward to visiting with you later on. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving out there. And
gobble gobble.
Like I said, guys are on the fence and whatnot. Just give us a shout. We'll get things jotted down, and we look forward to having everybody there, and tickets are on sale. We just finally got the tickets in our hands today, so we'll start mailing them out here pretty quick. Start the people in Illinois will start seeing the posters around. Talked to Jason Hill this weekend.
Hey, he told me I was supposed to give you a hard time tonight. Did we give you a hard enough time?
Yeah,
or were we light on
he
you?
gave me enough. He personally gave me a hard enough time this weekend. So,
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get our 8 diesel pickup trucks in there to liven up Saturday afternoon, and it's going to be a cool deal.
Cool. Well, we'll talk to you again next Monday night, bud.
All right, buddy. You guys keep the faith, and thanks a million.
Thanks, Clint. Be good, boss.
Take care.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so let's unplug the phone here. So, Ryan, let's wrap up the show. So, great Monday night here in our first. Let's do a toast.
Yeah, toast.
Let's touch our mics. Let's touch our mics. Do we have an applause button?
Yes.
What'd that do?
Oh,
Did it work?
Here.
Did it work?
1 second here.
Yeah.
It was working. Make sure I hit the.
We think we. Very
Yes.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Our live studio audience.
Our live studio audience is they're very appreciative of.
Yeah, they've been good all night.
So we appreciate all our fans that watch our show. We had, I think our post reach is about 50,000. I was looking at it earlier, so that's that's awesome for the show. And we think Wisconsin was the.
Yeah, they were the
check
top
it out.
dog tonight.
Yeah, Wisconsin 14.
So
14
Badgers
points,
representing.
Ohio number 2, Iowa number 3, Pennsylvania number 4.
Buckeyes
So
close to-
Colin Ross bringing the East Coast to the house tonight. Indiana number 5, Illinois 6. So Minnesota, Michigan, Missouri, and Kentucky.
Missouri made a late move and knocked Kentucky down.
I think
So-
Brandon Holcomb brought in the
Yeah.
Gordyville lovers there at the
I
end.
think
So
so.
probably Jason Hill and the guys. So
Yeah.
Just
Just a reminder, whatsmoking.net. If you want to look up
Whatsmoking.net,
for
and then,
ticket information, you can see the whole class list that we were looking at for Thursday night, Friday afternoon, Friday night, and all the
just
sessions.
send questions to the Beer Money Pulling Team Facebook page too, and we'll help you out with whatever we need. So good news. The Remedy's going to be on the Gordyville T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you got to hear it outside.
I was
Yeah.
coughing my brains out. What few brain cells I have left, but I was coughing them out. So, but excited. I'll be announcing with the Creekers down there, Miles and Jeremy and Butch, and excited about that. And again, just what a great outlet. But let's go out with a video of let's watch Colin's Ross again.
Yeah.
And then we'll see everybody next Monday night. Great show, Ryan.
Yeah. Nope.
Great show.
See everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, gobble gobble. God bless America.